Hey everybody, Dad Who Does here. It's been a long time since I put out a video, so I thought this was an appropriate time to one, explain the absence, and two, address the current state of situations. So we are in, it is, I believe, April the 4th. This is our third and a half week of quarantine here. We pulled our kids out on March the 6th, I believe. This little gal got the flu on March the 6th, and she's been home ever since. So those who don't know, we have a second edition, yay, to the family, which is why not a lot of videos have been made. And I have shot quite a few videos, but I just haven't had time to edit them and put them together. So there's a lot of dad doing videos that just I can't find time. And that's what I wanted to talk today about is finding time. So in the middle of this epidemic, we are two working adults, my wife and myself. We're salaried employees, which means, you work as hard as you can to get the job done. So I think, we each work 9-10 hours a day, and have put our kids in childcare prior to this pandemic. And now what are we supposed to do, right? The schools are closing. Our school was actually, someone in our school tested positive and they shut the school down. So while I realize that most daycares are staying open, ours is not. And I think even if there wasn't someone in the school who was identified as a carrier, we would choose to keep our kids out of school regardless. And so that's where we're at right now, is the school's going to be opening up next week, but we are not sending our kids back to school. Great. So what do we do about kids home all the time? I mean, an infant needs constant attention, and that's just the way the world is. So I think that in our case, my wife and I split the day into 4-hour shifts, and so typically she works from 8 to noon, and I watch both my youngest daughter and my elder daughter, who is now 3, going to be 4 soon. And then at noon, we come together and have lunch. And then at 1 o'clock, I go into the office in my home and work from 1 to 5. And she watches the kids. And I got to say, we're both exhausted by the end of the day. And I'm trying to put in a little additional work after the kids go to bed around 8, which typically they miss their bedtime. And then work from 8 to 10. And then this little one is still waking up in the middle of the night, and then we get up at, 6 and start the process all over again. So not a lot of time for ourselves, for our marriage, for work, for the kids. We feel like we are failing in every way possible, to be quite honest. So I want to start a dialogue here, and hopefully in the comments, how are you folks dealing with it? One other thing I'll mention that we tried is to get someone to come over and watch the kids full time. A couple of examples is if you have family in town that would be willing to, break quarantine and become part of your family. In our case, our mother-in-law is still recovering from pneumonia, not related to the coronavirus, but she's very susceptible and not willing to be part of our household at this point. So that's not an option for us. I think for a lot of other people it is. One of you can quit your job, and I don't see any reason why my wife should have to give up her career. I think that's very chauvinistic that women stay home and take care of the kids. She's entitled to a career just as much as I am. So neither of us, feel that we should quit, and we should try to work through this. But that's obviously an option. If one of you, takes a break from your career. And then recently we tried hiring a nanny, and we found out that nanny was moonlighting at a hotel. And I think we can't begrudge her for wanting to do a second job. In fact, we really admire that someone was willing to work days and nights. But the risk factor that brings interacting with that many people is a concern of ours. So we told that individual that we really like her, and we want to maintain some social distancing here as much as possible. and she said she completely understands. So we're looking for another nanny right now. See if we can find one. So for those who can afford it, I mean, with 2 kids in daycare, you think about the cost of not 1 but 2, and then the way I figured it was that we would be willing to pay the nanny unreported, you know, that's non-taxed dollars. And when you think about how much, someone makes at their regular job after taxes compared to what we were offering, unreported, we thought that we were being competitive in the market. And so we were looking to see if we can find someone that has, the availability, and typically that means someone who doesn't have kids of their own and who is willing to spend their whole day with this lovely daughter of mine and my other daughter who's out of frame right now. But again, just wanted to hear your folks' thoughts on how you're dealing with the coronavirus with the family. I think it's particularly challenging for those who have kids under 5, and caring for aging parents or anyone, who has responsibility that previously that care was provided by someone or some organization, and for whatever reason the coronavirus has taken away that option. So please leave your comments below. Really hope to see you guys again soon. Maybe we'll find some time and we'll put together some more videos of some of the things I've been doing around here. All right, talk to you guys later.